There we are, and we are live on Beer Native End. I'm Steve Jaguar, and I have a special guest. Introduce yourself, Rodney.
My name is Rodney, and I've worked with Steve Jaguar, and he's a good friend of mine.
And he likes beer. So, because he's visiting in Barcelona with me, he's going to try a beer with me. But before we do that, hey, let's stay on brand. All right, what we have for you today, do you have yours handy, is Garage IPA. It is made by, I got tricked because there is a Barcelona brewery called Garage, and I thought I was getting their, their flagship model. And it turns out I'm getting Espiga Garage IPA. I don't know if they did that intentionally or what, but I got confused. But I'm still hoping it'll be a good beer anyway. Lean over and see your face. There you go. Just so I can see what the art looks like. It's pretty cool, a little pump. A lot of Spanish in the back, not a lot of information about the beer itself, but we'll get into that in just a moment. Okay. So, yeah.
Let's get started.
He's also an alcoholic.
Yeah,
give it to me here.
We are thirsty, so yes.
Okay, I have my fancy Lambicus glass. Thanks, Lambicus, for the freebie. And the bottle doesn't say what malt hops. It really doesn't have any information at all. So we're going to take a quick dash over to the Espiga website and see if we can get more information in just a moment. I smell absolutely nothing when that poured. What do you got?
It smells fresh, orangey, I think.
Yeah, it does a little bit. There's a bit of citrus there. I always worry about these. Like Espiga came across to me as being a bit more Spanish mainstream than craft, but it does smell like a craft beer.
Yes.
I'll take your first.
Pretty strong.
Yeah, we didn't look at that. Is it 6%? 6. Yeah, it's 6%. 6% IPA, pretty standard. And it was acquired or procured at this crappy little shop up the road that looks like you're either going to, I don't know, buy desperate things at night or get stabbed. And they had an incredible craft beer selection. So we've expanded our minds and our bodies, and let's see what happens.
Yes, cheers. Pretty tasty.
It's pretty good. It reminds me of, like, all Spanish beers, they're all red. Like Mahou is red, Estrella Damm is red, because Spain's like a national color is red, right? So they make all the cans and the flavors, and all the generic beers are red. It tastes like a heavily hopped normal Spanish beer.
Yes. I mean, I haven't drank a lot of Spanish beers, but
we'll fix that tonight.
Yeah, that's going to change. It's my first time in Barcelona, by the way. So, I'm looking forward to finding out what selection of beers they have.
Yeah, we're going to go to a nice beer bar. I would say it leans toward being a very conservative West Coast IPA.
Yes.
There's not a lot of fruitiness.
It's not interesting.
It's not blow my mind.
Yeah.
It's safe. I would say it's a great gateway beer. If you're used to drinking Spanish beers and you're like, oh, I'm going to dabble in the IPA market, I find them too fruity, I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
This one.
Yes, that's right. You can smell the hint, but it's not in your face.
Right. It's probably not dry hopped at the end. It's probably just they put a bunch of hops in just to amp up the bit of the IPA-ishness and the West Coastiness. So it's pretty okay. Like, if I were to give it a score out of 5 on Untapped, I'd give it like a 3.4 or something like that.
My ratings are probably very terrible.
So, you can be harsher if you want. You can give it a 2.5 or something. Would you buy it again now that you've had it?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's I don't think I'm going to have more than 4 of these in one go.
More than 4?
I rate based on the taste, and can I drink more of them in one go? And I think I could do 2, and then I have to move to something else.
I don't think I'd probably ever have it again.
Really?
Well, because there's so many better options out there.
Yes. Yes, not there you go, but like maximum 2 for me.
Like the calm I did yesterday was an 8% double IPA, and it was absolutely out of this world. Well, we'll seek out and get you one while we're here.
Indeed.
All right. Let's learn a little bit more about it, because it's unfair to say, there we go. Oh, that's too small. Screw that. There's us little tiny people down there. It might look better as that version. All right. So that's Garage IPA. That's about what I paid. €2.85. Nothing earth-shattering about that. And if we go scroll up a little bit, cookies, forget it. Okay, so there we go. Pale ale, carafa, and rye. So these are pretty dark, and the rye, you can really taste that.
The Citra in there.
And I'm getting Citra, but given this is a 5 hop mix, that's 4 hops too many for the result. So it's just okay. I am shocked a little bit at how complicated this is given the result. It's okay. Evoking citrus skin.
Yes.
Cheerful carbonation. Oh, that's a great way to describe it. It's relatively cheerful.
Cheerful combination.
Classic character. I would say it's an American IPA with a classic character. I would give it that. And I would say it's definitely earthy with pine, but I'm citrus skin, meaning it's pithy, not citrusy, right?
Yeah.
It's sort of like that. Yeah. They're not totally wrong. I'm just amazed that there's like 3 malts and 5 hops in a beer that's just kind of mediocre.
It's experimental, right?
Yeah.
Trying things out.
It was a good try.
Hence, Garage IPA, right?
Yeah. Maybe it was me in the garage.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe ages ago. Aspiga's been around since 2013, so they're not exactly ancient. So maybe I judge them too harshly because they're not one of these ancient, like owned by Heineken type things. But anyway, I think it's worth trying more beers by the same brewery. See if they do things that are a little bit more testing of the palate. See if they're consistently bland, or whether they do adventure outside. And this is just the generic, like the Punk IPA to Brewdog.
Yes.
This is their standard,
Maybe.
right?
Yeah. What is their popular drink of choice?
Yeah. Like if you bought an IPA in a boring bar.
Yes. Oh, you're gonna be safe. You know,
this
like,
would be a pretty safe.
It's not gonna get me
carry.
sick. I'm not gonna be worried about what's gonna happen to it. That makes sense.
Yep. Not bad. All right. Well,
cheers.
Cheers. Onward and upward. This has been a pretty quick review of Aspiga's Garage IPA 6%, and it's notably forgettable.
No more than 2 drinks for me. So
no more than 2
Yeah.
for Rodney. Jeez, I hate to see how many you'd have if you
that's
actually
how that's how I review beers.
if you actually liked it. No more than 20.
No more than 20.
All right. That's the end of this one. I'm Steve Gare.
Bye.
Do like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Share beer and keep drinking great craft. See you later.
Ciao. Ah.